Hey guys, Mark Anderson, LateNightMMA.com. Thanks for checking out another video. So, some breaking news here. Matt Mitrione has turned down a shot against Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix winner Daniel Cormier. Just give you some backstory on this. So this is kind of how the events broke down over the last year. Matt Mitrione was 5-0, went into his fight with Czech Congo, lost. That was at UFC 137, and he took a bit of a hiatus from the sport. He tried getting some fights. The fights didn't go down. He got injured. Some fighters got injured. So he hasn't fought in nearly a year. Daniel Cormier, meanwhile, wins the Strikeforce Grand Prix. His most recent fight in the finale, he beat Josh Barnett. Huge win. But he was scheduled to face Frank Mir coming up this November 3rd, I do believe. And so it was going to be UFC versus Strikeforce. Real cool deal. Frank Mir gets hurt. In the meantime, Matt Mitrione takes to a few radio shows saying he'll fight anyone. He doesn't have a fight booked until December at the end of the year show for the UFC, UFC 155. I believe he was supposed to face Phil DeFries. So he's got that set up, but he says, no, I want to fight anyone, anywhere. You know, I got to get paid. I need to make some money. I've been sitting on the sidelines for a year. I need to make some money. I need a fight. So that's cool. I think he even said this on the Ariel Helwani show. Meanwhile, Frank Mir gets injured, and Daniel Cormier needs an opponent. And it would be cool to bring in a UFC guy so you can do UFC versus Strikeforce and that whole deal. So Dana's out there looking for a guy, and apparently the UFC says, hey, we'll offer this fight to Matt Mitrione because he wants to fight, and he's looking for a fight. He's been off for a year. Let's offer it to Matt Mitrione. Mitrione turns it down, says he wants a fight with Quinn and Rampage Jackson instead. So he's calling out a 205-pounder instead of stepping up and facing one of the best heavyweights in the world. So apparently he didn't need the money that badly, and he's turned down this fight. Dana White says in a few interviews, and this is a quote I just read, "It's fucking insane. It makes no sense to me. I'm a little bummed out by it." And also Dana says Cormier will fight anyone, and that real fighters will fight anyone. And I got to 100% agree with Dana White here. Step up to the plate. If you're going to run your mouth and you're going to say that you'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime, you know, you're the type of fighter that the fans like to see. Like, he was ripping on John Jones. He's one of these guys that was ripping on John Jones. So you go and do that, take the fucking fight. Man up, buddy. But apparently Matt Mitrione's not going to do that. He wants to fight Quinn and Rampage Jackson. Doesn't sound like the UFC's interested in doing that fight. Like, Rampage is hurt right now anyways. So yeah, that's the story right now. Matt Mitrione turns down Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix winner Daniel Cormier. We'll be back with more news later. Thanks for checking out the vid. Hit me up on Radio MMA on Twitter, and go to our website, LateNightMMA.com.